can either come to the tops of your feet or you can have your toes tucked under. Timer so we don't run out of time. And then you're just going to close through your eyes. So you can let your palms rest face down on your thighs, or you can turn your palms up towards the sky. And you're just going to take a nice deep breath in through your nose, hold it at the top, and then let it go through the mouth. We'll do one more like that. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, hold it at the top, and then let it go through the mouth. You're going to start to breathe in and out through the nose. If Ujjayi Pranayama is in your practice, you'll bring a gentle constriction to the back of your throat. Otherwise, just keep breathing rhythmically in and out through the nose. Take a couple more cycles of breath here just to settle yourself. Check in with your body, feel where's tight, honoring any injuries that you may have. And then you're going to gently start to blink your eyes open. If you had tucked under your toes, you're going to come to the tops of your feet. As you inhale, you're going to open your heart to the sky, gentle back bend. And then as you exhale, you're going to fold forward, tap your forehead to the mat. One more like that. Inhale, open the chest to the sky. And then as you exhale, tap the forehead to the mat. Inhale, open the chest to the sky. And then as you exhale, tabletop position, hands come underneath the shoulders. On your next inhale, cow belly breath, reach the sternum forward, tail to the sky. And then as you exhale, press the floor away and around. Inhale, cow belly breath. Exhale, tucking around. 3 more here at your own pace. If there's any other movements you want to add here, you can feel free to do that. One more like this and we'll add on. On your next inhale, you're going to dip the belly, take the sole of the right foot to the sky like a donkey kick. Inhale. As you exhale, keep the left knee down for this one. Draw the right knee into the chest as you round. Inhale, donkey kick. Exhale, tucking round. You can stay here. Otherwise, inhale, come into your donkey kick. This time as you exhale, you tuck under the left toe, lift the left knee and come into a plank. Tuck the knee to the chest. Set the knee down. Inhale into your donkey kick. Exhale, tuck the knee to the chest. Option to lift the left knee. One more here. Inhale. Exhale. Set the left knee down. Inhale. Right foot to the sky. Option to stay here. Otherwise, you can take that left hand behind. See if you can find the right foot and give a little bit of a kick. So when you kick, you're not dumping into your lower back. You're just activating your quad. Take 3 more breaths here. And then set the hand and the foot down. Inhale, cow belly breath. Exhale, tucking round. We'll come to the other side. Inhale, sole of the left foot goes to the sky. Exhale, draw the left knee to the chest. Inhale, arch. Exhale to tuck. Option to start lifting that right knee as you exhale. So you inhale, lift the left leg. And then as you exhale, tuck. Option to lift the right knee. Inhale, donkey kick. Exhale, tuck. One more here. Inhale. Exhale. Set the right knee down. Inhale the left leg up. Option to stay. Otherwise, take the right hand, reach back. See if you can find your left foot. Two more breaths here. So release hand and foot to the ground. Inhale, cow belly breath. Exhale, tuck and round. From here, you're going to keep your hips above your knees. You're just going to walk your hands forward, lowering your chest and your forehead down to the mat for puppy pose. So I'd prefer that you didn't put your chin on the floor and crank your neck forward. Try and keep your forehead and maybe your chest to the floor. Keep active through the arms. Keep reaching the fingers forward, hips back. 2 more breaths. You can choose to stay here. Otherwise, you're going to ground down through the forearms, start to lift the knees and walk your hips up towards the sky for dolphin pose. Bend your knees as much as you need to here to lengthen through the hamstrings. If this is too much at the moment, you can always straighten the arms and come into downward dog. And feel free to pedal out the heels here a little bit. We've got 3 more breaths. We're going to be here a lot today, so know that your modification is going to be to stay in puppy pose or to come to downward dog. Keep your forearms down. You're going to walk your feet towards the back of the mat, coming into a forearm plank. If you need to modify, you're going to drop your knees. Try not to sink your pelvis towards the floor. Keep nice and active through your quads, and think of drawing your elbows towards your toes and your toes towards your elbows. Take 3 more breaths here. Your gaze is down. The back of your neck is long. Set the knees down first, then the thighs, then the pelvis. Peel the chest forward, Sphinx pose. So we're still thinking of pulling the elbows back towards the hips. Gently press the pubic bone down into the floor to lengthen the lower back. And then think of drawing the sternum through the gateway of the arms. If this is too much at the moment, you can come down into a cobra pose. One more breath. And then we're going to lower all the way down to the floor. Turn your head to one side. You're going to interlace your fingers behind you. Your thumbs come to rest on your sacrum. Take an inhale here. Keep your feet down for the first one. As you exhale, see if you can lift your chest up. Reach your hands towards the back of the mat. Your hands do not have to lift off your sacrum. If it means that your shoulders round when you lift them, keep your hands on your lower back. Take 2 more breaths here. And then lower down. Set your head down to the other side. You're going to change the interlace of your fingers. So just move one finger over. Take another inhale. As you exhale, this time if it feels good in your lower back, your legs can lift, coming into full locust pose. Engage through your glutes. Lengthen the distance between the crown of the head and the tail. Ignore the fact that the dog will try and eat all the flies. Hey, buddy. Take 1 more breath here. And then slowly lower down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck under the toes, take an inhale. Knees can be up or down. As you exhale, you're going to press to plank or tabletop, and then roll the hips up and back, our first downward facing dog. Take a moment here, wiggle the hips from side to side. You can bend and straighten through the knees. On your next inhale, you're going to sweep the right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, bend the knee, open the hip, and draw down slightly through the right shoulder. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to shift forward. Knee comes towards the nose, round the spine. Inhale, send it back, open the hip, 3-legged dog. Exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, bring it forward. You can always stay in the down dog if you want to. 2 more. And then you're going to set the right foot down, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip, draw the left shoulder down slightly. Take an inhale. As you exhale, shift forward, round, knee to nose. Inhale, take it back, open the hip. Exhale, shift forward. 3 more here. Last one. And then we meet back in our downward dog. Keep your arms as they are. You're just going to inhale, bend your knees so that they hover over the mat. So you're kind of in a crouch at the back of the mat. And then exhale, you're going to straighten into your downward dog. Inhale, bend the knees to hover, load up the quads. And then exhale, come to straighten. We've just got 3 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, ripple forward, high plank pose. You can do this whole thing from your knees if you need to. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're just going to float your right foot behind you, so don't drop your pelvis. You're just lifting from the glute. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, lift the left leg. You can also be down on your forearms here. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, lift the right. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, lift the left. Inhale, set it down. We've got one more on each side. Exhale, right. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, left. Inhale, set it down. Take an exhale here. As you inhale, shift forward. We're coming to chaturanga. Exhale, lower down. Shoulders don't come lower than the elbows, so don't dive your chest forward and lift your hips up. Lower your knees if you need to. And then come all the way down onto the belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale, peel the chest up, baby cobra. Exhale, roll it down. We're going to take 4 more like that. Inhale, peel up. Exhale, bring it down. 3 more. And then you're going to fold your hands, make a little cushion at the top of your mat. You can rest your forehead or you can turn your head to one side. Bring your heels together, take your knees as wide as the mat, and then curl your heels in towards your glutes. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, squeeze the heels together. See if you can lift your knees up off the mat, engage your glutes. They might not lift. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale, lower down. So if you haven't got it already, we're doing back bends today. And glutes are really important for your back bends. We've got 3 more here. One more. And then slow, lower down. Straighten out the legs. You're going to bring your arms wider than your mat. Come up onto your fingertips, elbows to the sky. Inhale, peel up into your cobra. And then as you exhale, you're going to drop the right shoulder, look towards the left, or whichever way you go. Inhale, come back through center. And then exhale, turn to the other direction. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist to the right. You do 1 more in each direction. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, lower all the way down. Plant the hands underneath the shoulders. Take an inhale. As you exhale, plank or tabletop. And then send it back, downward dog. Or if you need to take a child's pose, go there. We'll take a couple of breaths. We're going to come into our sun salutations next. So if you want to stick with your cobra as your back bend, go there. Otherwise, we can add in up dog. Look towards the top of your mat. You can step, walk, float your feet to the top. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Take 1 more like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Take a generous bend in the knees. Drop the tail towards the floor as you start to peel the spine all the way to standing. When you arrive at the top of your mat, inhale, draw the shoulders up to the ears. Big open mouth, exhale, let it go. Sun salutation A. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. As you exhale, you can step, walk, or float. Make your way to chaturanga. Inhale, you can go all the way to the belly for cobra, or you can lift the thighs for up dog. Exhale, option to come back to chaturanga if you want it. Otherwise, straight to downward facing dog. Look to the top of the mat. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, float, chaturanga. Inhale, take it through your back bend. Exhale, make your way to downward dog. Look to the top, step, walk, float, land light. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, make your way to chaturanga. Inhale, take your back bend, no rush. Exhale, make your way to downward dog. Look to the top, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. We've got 3 more rounds. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, make your way to chaturanga. Know that you can always skip them. Inhale, take a back bend. Exhale, make your way to downward dog. Look to the top, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take your vinyasa or skip it. However you get there, we meet in downward dog. Look to the top, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, make your way to downward dog. Take a nice deep inhale. Take a nice deep exhale. Look to the top, step, walk, or float. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. We're coming to chair pose. As you inhale, sweep the arms forward, sink the hips back. Your weight is in your heels, but your toes are down. So I don't want to see you floating your toes. Evenly distribute the weight between your feet. Lengthen through your arms. If arms up towards the sky doesn't work for your shoulders, bring them down in line with your shoulders so they're parallel to the floor. And take 3 more breaths here. Take 1 more inhale. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. As you exhale, vinyasa or skip it. Make your way to downward dog. As you inhale, you're going to sweep the right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, open the hip. Option to stay here, otherwise option to flip your dog. Take that right foot behind you. Right hand lifts, coming into wild thing. Take a nice deep inhale here. And a nice deep exhale. 1 more inhale. As you exhale, you're going to rewind it. Step your right foot towards the top of the mat. So you're in a low lunge. That's it. And then as you inhale, we're going to come up for crescent lunge. So your back heel is lifted. Take your hands to your hips. Your hip points face forward. So you might need to draw your right hip back. Make sure you can see your right big toe and then lengthen through the arms. If you need less energy, bring your hands here or bring your knee down to the floor. One more breath here. On your next inhale, you're going to dip the back knee, cactus the arms, open the chest a little bit to the sky. And then as you exhale, come back to a crescent. Inhale, open the chest. You can do this whole thing with the knee down. Exhale, bring it up. We've got 3 more. Last one. Inhale in your crescent lunge. As you exhale, you're going to straighten that front leg, come into a pyramid pose just for a couple of breaths. Ground down through the right foot. Take a little bit of a bend in the right foot. We're coming up to warrior 3. So you're going to lift that back leg. You can have your left toes down on the floor if you need extra balance. Hands can reach behind you. Hands can reach in front of you, or they can come to heart center. You could stay here. Otherwise, on your next exhale, you're going to squeeze your left heel towards your glute like a hamstring curl. And then inhale, lengthen. Exhale to squeeze. Inhale to lengthen. We've got 3 more. Balance challenge. Last one. Inhale into your warrior 3. Exhale, hands find the floor, standing split. You can step back from here and take a vinyasa or go straight to downward dog. Otherwise, you can plant the hands, give a hop off that right foot, and see if you can float your way to the back of the mat. It's just an option. With or without a vinyasa, we're all going to make our way to downward dog. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose and a nice deep exhale through the mouth. Inhale, sweep the left leg up to the sky. As you exhale, open the hip. Option to stay here. Otherwise, lift the left hand, drop the left foot behind, wild thing. Take 1 more inhale. On your exhale, you're going to unwind yourself. The left foot will step to the top of the mat, so you're in your runner's lunge. Take an exhale. On your inhale, raise yourself up, crescent lunge. Remember, your back knee can be down. One side might be different to the other. On your next inhale, you're going to dip the back knee, open the chest to the sky, cactus yawns. And then as you exhale, come back crescent. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale to crescent. 3 more here. Last one. Take an inhale in your crescent, and then as you exhale, straighten that front leg, come into pyramid pose. Take a gentle bend through that left knee, shift weight into the left foot, and then lift yourself up into your warrior 3. Take a moment to find your balance, find something to stare at that's not moving, and then decide where you want to take your arms. Feel free to stay, otherwise on your next exhale, that right heel curls to the glute. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale, squeeze the back of the leg. Inhale, straighten it out. 3 more. Take an inhale here, and then as you exhale, fold forward, standing split. Take a nice deep inhale, nice deep exhale. You can make your way to downward dog however you want to from here. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, nice deep breath through the mouth. We're going to put that together for our Surya Namaskar B. So look towards the top of the mat, step, walk, float. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, straight away, fold forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, make your way to downward dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, open the hip. Option to stay, otherwise flip the dog for your inhale. And then as you exhale, everybody step the right foot towards the top of the mat. On your next inhale, crescent lunge. Just one time as you exhale, dip the knee. Inhale, crescent lunge. This time as you exhale, warrior 3. Take an inhale. As you exhale, hands find the floor. Make your way to downward dog. However you want to get there. Inhale, left leg finds the sky. Exhale, open the hip. Option to stay, otherwise flip the dog for the inhale. And then as you exhale, everybody, left leg finds the top of the mat. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, cactus arms, dip the knee. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 3. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands find the floor. However you get there, make your way to downward dog. Nice deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Look to the top, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, make your way to downward dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, open the hip. Option to stay, or inhale, flip your dog. Exhale, right leg steps to the top of the mat. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, cactus the arms, dip the knee. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, your warrior 3. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands find the floor. Make your way to downward dog. Remember, you can skip those vinyasas anytime you need. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, open the hip. Stay, or inhale, flip your dog. Exhale, left leg steps to the top. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, cactus the arms, dip the knee. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior 3. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands find the floor. Your vinyasa. Inhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Look to the top, step, walk, or float. One more round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Dog has come to give moral support. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, make your way to downward dog. Cacahuate, honestly. Inhale, sweep the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, open the hip. Inhale, option to flip the dog. Exhale, right leg steps to the top of the mat. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, cactus the arms, dip the knee. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior three. Take an inhale. As you exhale, make your way through your vinyasa or skip it. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, open the hip. Inhale, option to flip the dog. Exhale, left leg steps forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, cactus the arms, dip the knee. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior three. Take an inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, make your way to down dog. Couple of breaths here. Option to drop into child's pose if you need to, or grab a drink if you need to. One more breath here. When you're ready, you're going to make your way into a plank pose. You could do this whole thing from your knees. You would just kind of reverse the process. Hold your plank. You're going to step your right foot forward so that your knee's under your hip, but it's hovering, and then your left knee forward. Right foot back, left foot back. You could step this forward and lower the knee to a tabletop and then step back to a plank if you wanted to. We'll do one more with the right leg leading, and then we'll switch. Left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg. Don't worry if you're not with my pace. Keep finding your own pace here. And then the next time that your knees are underneath your hips, you're going to set your knees down to the floor, and then you're going to walk yourself all the way up to standing on your shins. If you have sensitive knees, fold over the top of your mat so you've got a little bit of padding. So you're going to have your knees underneath your hips. One hand comes to the heart, one hand comes to the belly. I don't want to see this, so these points aren't moving away from each other. As you inhale, you're going to hinge back at the knees, kind of like you're in the Matrix movie. And then as you exhale, you're going to use your quads to come forward. Only go back as far as you can control. Inhale, you're going to come back. Exhale, you're going to come forward. Inhale, come back. Exhale, come forward. If it helps, you guys all look really cool doing this right now. We're going to do 3 more like this. Last one. And then if you rolled up your mat, you're going to unroll it. We're going to make our way back to puppy pose. So those knees stay over the hips. Walk your hands forward. Reach your chest and your forehead towards the floor. You have the option to hang out here if you need a break. If you want to hang out here and you want a bit of a stretch, you can bring your palms together and bring your hands above your head like a little shark fin and stretch out the triceps. Otherwise, you're going to ground down through the forearms. We're going to make our way back to our dolphin pose. So like downward dog on your forearms. I'm going to give you options here. You could stay. You could take alternating leg lifts, working through the glutes, or you can look towards your thumbs and shift forward. See if you can tap your nose between your thumbs. You might not get there. So the nose tap is going to work your shoulders. The leg lifts are going to work your glutes. And the dolphin pose is just going to work everything. We're going to take 3 more breaths here. If you're doing leg lifts, make yourself even, and then everybody make your way into a forearm plank. Drop your knees if you need to here. You're going to angle your right forearm in a little bit, swivel to the outside edge of your right foot, side plank. Your bottom knee can be down, your feet can be staggered, or your feet can be stacked. Take 2 more breaths here. and then that left forearm's going to come down. We're going to come straight to the other side. Make any modifications you need to. One more breath here. Come back through your forearm plank, lower your knees, lower your hips, Sphinx pose. Again, I'm going to give you options. So we're going to make our way to Ardha Bakasana. So the full pose would look like bending your left knee, the left hand comes back, thumb towards the sky, and then you flip your hand so that you come into this position. If this is not working for you, you come down to the floor, you reach back for your foot, and you take a quad stretch. So they're your options. Okay. If you're coming to the full pose, right forearm angles in, left hand comes back, thumb to the sky. See if you can turn your fingers towards the front of the room and then send your elbow up to the sky. Keep pressing the floor away and try not to let your knee, go out to the side. One more breath here. And then you're going to slow release. We're going to come straight to the other side. If you need a little break in your lower back, please feel free to go into a child's pose for a breath. Otherwise, you're going to send the right hand back, bend the right knee in, see if you can flip those fingers. Elbow comes to the sky. One more breath here. And then you're going to slow release that leg. Bring the whole body down to the floor, make a little cushion with your hands and just wiggle your hips side to side, release the lower back. Again, if you needed to take more and take a child's pose here, please do it. Okay, from here, you're going to bend your knees. Your knees are going to stay hips distance, soles of the feet towards the sky. You're going to interlace your fingers again like we did in that Shalabhasana at the start. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to send your fist towards the back of the room. See if you can lift your thighs up. Squeeze your glutes. So when we get to bow pose at the end of class, this is about how deep you should get. So if when you grab your feet, you're coming way, way deeper, you're probably just dumping into your vertebrae in your back, and you're not going to be able to do this for a very long time, which is not what we want. Take 2 more breaths. And then slow, lower down, make a cushion with your hands, wiggle your hips from side to side. You're going to interlace your fingers the other way, so move one finger over, so kind of the weird way. You're going to bend your knees again. We're going to do the same thing. Keep your knees down if this does not feel good in your lower back. Take an inhale. As you exhale, send the fists back, open the collarbones, squeeze the glutes and the hamstrings to get the knees to lift off the floor. Three more breaths. And then slow, lower down, make a cushion with your hands, turn your head to one side, rock your hips from side to side. And then you're going to press yourself all the way back nice and slowly. Come through kind of like a cat pose and then find your child's pose. You could stay here. Otherwise, if it feels better for you, you can kind of move between your cat pose and your child's pose. Sometimes coming straight into child's pose doesn't feel great, but go where it feels good for you. We're going to take a couple of breaths here. And then when you're ready, you're going to make your way all the way into your downward facing dog. Look towards the top of your mat. Step, walk, float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. You can stay here the whole time. Exhale, your hands are going to come down towards in line with your shoulders. Take an inhale. As you exhale, shift weight into the left. See if you can pick your right toes up. This might be enough. Otherwise, take an inhale. As you exhale, see if you can do that little donkey kick movement behind you. Inhale, come back to that chair. Exhale, little donkey kick. Inhale to the chair. Nice work. We've got 3 more. set the right foot down, inhale, chair. As you exhale, that left leg comes to the chest. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, donkey kick. Inhale, single leg chair. Exhale, donkey kick. Inhale, single leg chair. 3 more. Inhale into your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, make your way to your downward dog with or without a vinyasa. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, open the hip. Option to flip the dog as you inhale. We've been here before. As you exhale, step the right foot forward. Inhale, you're going to come all the way to crescent. Exhale, this time the back knee lowers all the way to the floor. You could stay here. You could reach back with your left hand and kind of find like a half camel here. Or you could come forward in the torso, reach the right hand back, find your left foot, and come into a quad stretch. Again, if this isn't great on your knees, feel free to double up your mat. You could also totally just stay in the low lunge. One more breath here. Wherever you are, you're going to release back into a low lunge. Back knee is lifted. Inhale, come into your crescent lunge. As you exhale, we're coming into our warrior 3. As you inhale, you're going to come up so you're like in a tilted single leg stance. So you're not quite in a warrior 3, but you're not quite standing. As you exhale, you're going to keep the left leg straight, just lift it towards the sky. Inhale, see if you can tap the toes to the floor. Exhale, squeeze the glutes. Inhale, tap it to the floor. We've got 3 more. You've got a gentle bend in that right knee. You're going to tilt yourself back forward into your warrior 3. Take an inhale, reach the arms out. And then as you exhale, hands find the floor. Make your way to downward dog with or without your vinyasa. Inhale, sweep the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, open the hip. Option to flip the dog as you inhale. Exhale, left leg steps towards the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up, crescent lunge. As you exhale, cactus the arms, lower the right knee all the way to the floor. Option to stay here. Right hand can find the right leg, or you can come forward, bend the right knee, and see if you can find it with your left foot, left hand. One more breath here. You're going to release back into a low lunge from wherever you are, so lift that back knee. Inhale, come up, crescent lunge. As you exhale, warrior 3. As you inhale, bring your torso almost all the way up. Hands can come to wherever is good for you. On your next exhale, you're going to lift that right leg. Inhale, tap the toes. Exhale to lift. Inhale, tap the toes. 3 more here. Come forward into your warrior 3. Take an inhale, reach the arms out. And then as you exhale, hands find the floor. Make your way to your downward dog. From here, you're going to shift forward into plank pose. Step the right foot forward, left foot forward, and then lower the knees down into your tabletop. Again, if you need to pad your knees, please do so. You're going to come up to stand on your shins when you're ready. So you can take the same thing that we did before. Otherwise, I'm going to walk us through the steps of camel. So your hands will come to your lower back like you're putting your hands in your pockets, elbows squeezed together, lengthen the lower back, and then almost like you're trying to arch from between your shoulder blades, send your heart up towards the sky and start to bring yourself back. If this is where you want to stay, this is great. If you know you have a camel practice and you want to take it further, it's that same movement in your thighs. So you hinge back at your knees and then see if your hands can find your heels, and then you open your heart up towards the sky. Nice. Wherever you're going, we're taking 3 more breaths. Neck is wherever is comfortable for you. to come out of it. Engage your quads, engage your glutes, engage your belly. Bring yourself all the way back up to standing on your shins. And you're just going to untuck the toes, come to sit on the heels. You can do a little wiggle through your hips, do whatever you need. If you like to take child's pose straight after back bend, you can do that. And then when you're ready, we're going to make our way back into puppy pose. So this is the last time that we're going to be here. I'm going to offer up a headstand or a pincher. Does anyone do arm balances or inversions here? India, I see you being like, fuck yeah. Okay. Does anyone want to try headstand or pincher? Do you know how to do it, Kai? Okay, cool. If you know how to do it, then go for it. Does anyone want to spot? You want to spot? What was your name? Araceli. Beautiful. Christine, you want to spot? Okay, cool. I'll walk everyone through it, and then those of you who want to spot, I'll come by and spot you. So we're going to start in our puppy pose. Remember that you can stay here. And that is great. And you can come back here while the rest of us are playing around. Otherwise, you're going to ground down through your forearms. You're going to walk yourself up into dolphin. You could stay here. If any of you are playing with pincher, you can kick up to pincher from here. If you're playing with headstand, make a little basket with your fingers. Your elbows are underneath your shoulders. The crown of your head will come to the mat. I want you to press the floor away with your forearms. So it's almost like your head is not touching the mat. One heel goes to the glute. The other heel goes to the glute. Then you engage your legs and your lower back muscles to press yourself up into your inversion of choice. It's a lot of glutes. It's less shoulders and abs than you think. Okay. Araceli, I'll start with you. So bring those elbows in a little bit for me. Beautiful. Yep, that's it. So make sure you're not squishing your pinkies. Yep, that's it. And then the crown of your head will come to the mat. That's it. So get your hips. So walk yourself up. Yep, hips come above your shoulders. The higher you can get your hips, the easier it will be. Now tuck one knee to your chest. That's it. And then tuck the other knee to your chest. That's it. Now engage your glutes. That's it. Squeeze your butt. Squeeze your butt. Yes, that's it. That's it. That's it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I've got you. Nice. Press the floor away with your arms. That's it. I've got you. I've got you. I've got you. And then when you want to come down, you'll just reverse the process. So I'm here until you're ready. So tuck your knees into your chest first when you're ready. That's it. That's it. Nice. Beautiful. Cool. You're welcome. All right. I'm ready when you are. That's it. So make sure you're not squishing your pinkies. Bring your elbows in just a smidge for me. Perfect. That's it. Now get your hips as high over your shoulders as you can. Nice. Okay. Now tuck one knee into the chest. Yeah, so try not to kick it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so hold yourself there. Now press the floor away with your arms. Now engage your glutes. Yep, bring yourself to me. Bring yourself to me. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Nice, nice, nice. Press the floor away. Press the floor away. Lengthen your QLs. So lengthen. That's it. That's it. Nice. And then when you're ready to come down, we'll just reverse it. So nice and slow and steady. Hinge at your hips. That's it. Curl. Nice. Anybody else? All good? Beautiful. Pincher? Pincher's the one, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I'll probably fuck it up. But pincher's the one where your forearms are parallel. You walk yourself in, and then you kick up without your, yeah, there you go. You kick up without your head being on the mat. But that was a very terrible, demonstration. Okay, we all good to move on? Beautiful. Okay, we've got one more standing sequence, and then we are done. So from your child's, from wherever you are, you're going to make your way into your downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale, nice deep exhale. Refocus yourself. Look towards the top of the mat. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands come down in line with the shoulders. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, right knee comes to chest. Inhale. As you exhale, that right leg kicks behind you. Keep that leg there. You're going to straighten out your left leg. Bring your torso forward a bit. The left hand will come back. See if you can find your right heel. And then you're just kind of touching your foot. So I don't want you to yank your foot. I don't want you to overextend through your chest. I want you to engage your hamstrings, engage your glutes, reach through your fingertips. Not Tridiasana, dancer's pose. One more breath. Everybody, warrior three. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, hands find the floor. You can hang out here in your standing split. Otherwise, Handstand? Anybody practice handstand? India, I'm looking at you. Okay, if you want to practice some handstand, so if you don't do handstand and you want to practice some handstand hops, you're going to place your hands underneath your shoulders. You're not flat on your palms, right? So you've got a little bit of grip through your fingertips because they're your balance points. You'll shift forward so your shoulders are over your hands, up on the toes of your left foot. Those glutes we've been working the whole time, they're kicking with that right leg, and then it's just a weight shift. It's a little hop, it's a little hop, it's a little hop, until you can kind of find your balance. So if you want to play with that, go free, go free, go forth and conquer, go free, young ones. The teacher's right there. Nice, nice. So it's a lot more glute than what people think. It's glute and it's also triceps. So the back of your arms have to work to kind of balance you. And you don't want to be stagnant. You don't, like on your hands, you're going to move back and forward. All right, we're all going to reconvene in a forward fold. Take an inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands down in line with the shoulders. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, left knee comes to chest. Inhale. Exhale, bring that little donkey kick behind you. Start to straighten out through the right leg. The torso will come forward. Take an inhale. As you exhale, see if you can reach that right hand or the left hand back for your leg. It doesn't really matter which arm you reach back. I can't remember what we did on the first side. Sorry. Here, take a couple more breaths in your dancer's pose. You guys will learn that I'm very bad at counting, as well as very bad at remembering what I did about 2 minutes ago. Carly can attest to this. Take one more breath. And then as you exhale, forward fold. Option to stay here in your standing split. Otherwise, if you wanted to play with kicking up to handstand on the other side, this might be your good side. You can take a couple of handstand hops here. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly float ourselves down and make your way to downward dog, however you want to get there. Take a nice deep inhale and a nice deep exhale. Shift yourself forward into your plank pose. And you're going to lower it all the way down onto the belly. I was meant to do this before, but we're going to do it now. We're going to come into our full bow pose. So you can take any of those versions that we did before, or you'll start by reaching your hands towards your heels. Bend your bend your knees so that your heels come into your glutes. Take an inhale. Without holding on, you're going to exhale. See if you can lift everything. If your hands are really, really far away from your heels, this is where you're going to stay, because I don't want you to compress into your lower back. If you can squeeze your hamstrings more and get your fingertips to reach your feet, then you can come into bow pose. But I don't want you to come into bow pose and then all of a sudden be like, you know, an acrobat. I want you to use the strength of your muscles. I'm very picky. I spend my whole life fixing people's backs. I don't want to have to do it for you guys too. Got 3 more breaths here. One more. And then let it go. Make a little pillow with your hands. Shake your hips from side to side. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Take an inhale. As you exhale, plank or tabletop. And then downward facing dog. This is our last downward dog, so take any movements that you want to. And then when you're ready, you're going to look towards the top of the mat. You're going to step, walk, or float through to a seat. And then we're going to make our way to Navasana boat pose, because you can't really do a yoga class without boat pose. So you could have your feet down. You can have your hands behind your knees. Arms can be extended. Legs can be extended. If your legs are extended, I don't want you to be like this. I would much rather that you were here with a nice long spine. You can hang out here. Otherwise, your inhale, your lower back will come to the mat. And then as you exhale, you'll come back into your boat. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, boat. If you want to up level this, as you inhale, come down, your arms will reach overhead. And then as you exhale, you'll come back up. We've got 5 more, whichever variation you're doing. You don't have to be with my pace. One more. And then set your feet down. From here, you're just going to extend through your legs. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. And then as you exhale, fold forward any amount. So we did a lot of back bending and not a lot of forward folding. So this is not going to be your deepest forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to make this feel okay in your legs and your lower back. Take one more breath here. And then you're going to scoot yourself towards the top of your mat. Slowly make your way all the way down onto your back. And then when you get there, you're just going to hug your knees in towards your chest, rock side to side. So I'm going to offer bridge and wheel. If anybody practices wheel, you can go for it. If anybody wants a spot for wheel, let me know and I can do that for you. I don't practice wheel, but I'll talk you through it in case you want to do it. So we're all going to start in bridge. You guys all have blocks. If you want to come into a restorative bridge, you could lift your hips and then put your block underneath your sacrum and you could just hang out there, and that is great. If you want to hang out in bridge, then you're going to hang out in bridge. If you want to come to wheel, your hands are going to come up by your shoulders. So your fingertips tickle your shoulders. Your elbows are squeezing in towards the midline. Don't press up onto the crown of the head. So engage your legs. Press through your arms. Think of doing a tricep push-up as you lift your body away from the floor. Does anyone want to try and need a spot? No, you guys are good. You guys are good. You guys are nailing it. Super. Okay, we're going to hang out here for about 3 more breaths. Yes, nice. Engage your glutes, engage your glutes. Yes, press the floor away. And then if you're coming down from your wheel, make sure you don't land on your head. Tuck your chin to your chest and then come to the back of your shoulders first. That's it. Slow control, slow control. Nice. And then everybody slowly roll your way down your spine. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Once again, give it a little rock from side to side. If you were in supported bridge and you want to hang out there for the rest of class, you can feel free to do that. We're going to take a twist. So if you have a favorite spinal twist you like to do, feel free and go and take that. Otherwise, you're going to bring your hands out to capital T. Your left leg is going to cross over your right like a figure 4, and then you're going to let your knees fall over to the left. So that left foot is kind of acting like a little bit of an anchor on your right knee. Ground down through your right shoulder. If this doesn't feel good, you can just bring your knees side to side, or you could kind of take like an eagle leg cross. You're going to bring yourself back to center. If you weren't already in that figure 4, you're going to come to that figure 4. So the left ankle is crossing over the bottom of the right thigh. You reach through your legs and grab a hold of that right shin, coming into a reclined pigeon. If you prefer, you could come into like a reverse bridge, keeping that figure 4 and lifting the hips up and letting the left knee open. And then you're going to let the sole of the right foot come towards the floor. You're going to take your hands behind your left leg somewhere and just straighten your left leg up towards the sky. Take a point and a flex through the ankle, maybe take some circles. And then bringing that left foot down. Now the right ankle will cross over the bottom of the left thigh. Take the hands out to capital T and then let the knees fall over towards the right. And ground down through the left shoulder and take a couple of deep breaths here. And bring yourself back through center. If you're not already in the figure 4, come to the figure 4. Reach your hands through, grab around the left shin, and come into your reclined pigeon. And then let the sole of the left foot find the floor. Take a hold behind the right leg somewhere, and then extend the right leg up towards the sky. And take some movements through the ankle. And then from here, you're going to draw the knees in towards the chest. If you can, you're going to reach for the outside edges of the feet, coming into happy baby, letting the lower back be really wide on the mat, drawing the knees and thighs down towards the floor. If you want to add a little rock from side to side, you can do that here. And then one more time, drawing your knees in towards your chest. If there's any other movements that you feel like you need in your body, please take the next few minutes to find them. Otherwise, when you're ready, you're going to take a nice deep breath in through the nose, hold it at the top. And then a big open mouth exhale, release, Shavasana. Take up space, let the limbs be heavy. See if you can widen the space between your eyebrows. See if you can release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Separate your teeth. Feel the weight of your shoulders, your hips supported on the earth. And take the next couple of moments here just to be present, not attaching to any thoughts that drift by. Taking this time for you. When you're ready, you'll slowly start to bring some movement back into your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, starting to bring that up your limbs, maybe bending your knees into your chest, taking some wiggles. Find organic movement that feels intuitive and good in your body. If there's any stretches or twists or anything you want to do here before you make your way up, find them. And then when you're ready, you're going to roll to one side. Take a moment there. Keeping your eyes closed if you can. When you're ready, you'll slowly press yourself up and make your way to a seated position. No hurry, take your time. And then when you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, bring your palms together at the forehead. Today, as you all go forward, may you have calmness in your thoughts. To the mouth, may you be kind in your words, and to the heart, may you have gratitude within. Namaste.